Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SketchCraft Live. I'm Rob Duanius, graphic artist Esquire. And if you're joining in for the very first time, you should know that I talk about cool stuff a lot, you know? And in this case, we're going to talk about some very cool stuff. The Star Wars Rogue One trailer, teaser trailer reaction. Joining me to talk about this is my best friend growing up when I was a childhood. There's your English, Rob. When I was growing up, Richard Bradley. Say hello.
Hello.
So, Richard, you joined me for a 2 to 3 hour conversation about our history of Star Wars once, back in Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's up right now in the playlist. I will make a link to it in this video, so you can get our backstory on how we grew up together watching Star Wars. And I told you, so long as you're on Earth and you have an internet connection for moving forward, we should be talking about Star Wars anytime something significant comes out. And today, the Rogue One teaser trailer finally dropped. I'm going to assume everyone has seen all of it. I have seen it. You have seen it. Tell me what you thought, Rich. What was your thoughts?
I I don't want to be crude, but I melted, dude. I couldn't believe it. The music was phenomenal. I know people were like, "Oh, token fan, token girl, a protagonist character," because it's all women.
I don't want the internet to affect.
Okay, so what did I think of the overall trailer? Oh my god, I loved it.
Yeah, I agree. Jaw-dropping. The film has the feel, the look, the tactile, the tone that I thought when Rich, you were with me at Comic-Con 1996 when we saw that first preview image of Jabba the Hutt in the special New Hope special edition, and they were talking about making, in that Star Wars Insider, they were talking about adding more stormtroopers, and we just kept thinking, oh man, beach battles someday, we're gonna get more stormtroopers, and just there was a sense of Star Wars coming back to life. And for me, this was what we were hoping to see in the prequels. I sort of feel, like
this is literally a culmination of special effects and directing that's not shitty.
Oh, the sense of scale is impressive. I mean,
I know.
Fucking phenomenal. The shot where they're going out there and looking up at the AT-ATs and turns right to the screen and bam, 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 the Grand Admiral, I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but just seeing a Grand Admiral with the cape and the fucking walking that pretty little cape through the muck of the stormtroopers' bodies lying in the water and shit.
He looks pretty awesome, pretty impressive.
And might I add, I shed a tear when I saw Mon Mothma and that fucking.
Oh, I was actually gonna say Mon Mothma, dude. Oh my god, did they take a DeLorean and just go back and...
Well, she was the same actress who played her in Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
She's just aged really well, and now she's talking. She did not do in Revenge of the Sith.
And she sounds just like Mon Mothma. It's kind of scary.
Lo and behold, she can act, which comes back to the fact that I think we all agree that the prequels were wonderfully cast, except for Anakin, and Jar Jar Binks, which is a big mistake. But they were some wonderful casting, and she's like proof that there was some great casting in those films. Because that shot with the war room behind her and that scene, and and you know what's crazy is this was all shot digitally.
Yep.
And it doesn't look like a digital film.
No, it doesn't. It actually looks like it has a feeling, like it's physically there. Yeah.
At this point, long as that's what they're using to shoot, I don't give a fuck what they use. You know what I mean? I don't care.
Yeah, I do to a point. I mean, I like
whatever
where
the
Abrams
director
went with.
wants to use. How about that?
As long as they all feel the same. The Force Awakens really set a tone. I think it really did.
Well, what I'm saying, as long as it continues to look like this, I'm good with that, right? Like, if that's digital, fine, I'm happy with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Force Awakens set a tone, and this movie actually continues it. And in some ways, very much continues it and makes it stronger. I mean, honestly, they're running towards AT-ATs, dude. It
looks like they're encircled. They might be running from some into others. Because if you look, like the AT-ATs are coming from different angles, so it looks like they're kind of like just pincering them. But even if they're charging at them, I mean, I don't think they have a choice. You know what I mean? It looks to me like they're like, we got to go one way, so maybe we can run.
No, I have the trailer up right now, and they're just...
Careful with the music. I'll get a DMCA. Thank you, YouTube. But yeah, dude. So let's just talk really quickly about the people we see. So we got a main character, female. Now, Rich, the internet fucking befuddles me, okay? Because the big point of view these days is everyone likes to use the term Mary Sue, and if there's a female protagonist, somehow they're encroaching on male protagonists. I think it's all bullshit. What I'm so happy to see about Ray and this Jin is her name, Jin,
Yeah. Yeah.
this protagonist, is that growing up, you and I played a lot of Star Wars role playing, the role playing game, the pen and paper. Was that Brady? What was it? West Game, West End,
West End Games,
West End
second
Games.
edition Star Wars.
And we always made a female protagonist, right?
My main character when I started playing that back in 1993 was a female
Right.
because of
And
Mara Jade, dude.
no,
Hands
you did
down.
that before Mara Jade, and then you handed me the Heir to the Empire book and said, "You got to read this. There's a female Jedi." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And you're like, "Female Jedi, dude." I was like, "What?" And that's Mara Jade, man.
You
Dark
know,
Jedi.
I
Like,
don't know what the kick is. I think that because of the world we live in currently, not going to get into political stuff, but other than to say this, the world we currently live in, the feminism thing is starting to get knocked around. I'm not a feminist. I believe that everybody should be treated equally, no matter what their race, creed, color, or religion is. But I'm a dude, and if I automatically say I don't give a shit that this is a Mary Sue character or what people think is a Mary Sue character, and I really don't think anybody knows what the hell that means, that uses it in the first place. I think they just need to sit back and watch because Rey is not the Mary Sue character. She's a really cool character, and Finn is a cool character too. He's right there with her the whole time. So it's not like Disney's neglecting male protagonists. I mean, look at Poe Dameron. He's a
yeah, they're
really
sharing
cool
the
character.
love. They're building
Yeah,
the
exactly.
original Star. Let's go back to A New Hope, right? The original Star Wars had a wonderful female protagonist in there called
Yep.
Princess fucking
Yep.
Leia, right? Like she's in. We see her before we see Luke. You know,
Dude, she faces down Darth Vader.
she don't even give a shit. She's talking smack to Tarkin and to Vader.
Exactly.
You
You know,
little
like
something, don't fucking no.
she's
And
like, Tarkin, I knew you could be so bold. I knew you'd be holding Vader's leash. Like, dude, she's on the Death Star. She's
I
about to get
love
the death
her.
sentence, and she's talking shit.
I love her commanding the troops and Empire. And you and I, like Slave Bikini was always cool to look at as a kid, but it was always that point where we were like, man, it's a shame she didn't do more in that movie. She should have been really leading the rebels. Like Mon Mothma, look, it's great to see Mon Mothma now. Got a ton of nostalgia sake. I like the character because of all the supplemental material we read. She didn't really do anything in the movies. But we all sort of felt at the time, Leia probably should have been up there leading the space battle where Mon Mothma's sitting, but didn't happen. But Leia was our first real big female protagonist. And then for me, my secondary, see, guys, I had the Holy Trinity as a kid, right? I had Princess Leia first. Then I had Ripley, Alien. My first one was Alien 2.
Yep.
Then I went back and saw Alien 1. And then I had fucking Sarah Connor. All right.
Yeah, you
So,
see, kind of.
guy, I gotta tell you, man. So for me, I was like, females can kick fucking ass. I didn't know any different. You know what I mean? I was like, what? Of course, Ripley fucking kicks ass. Anytime I saw Sigourney Weaver, remember, like for me, Sigourney Weaver, I thought Dana Barrett should have been the new Ghostbuster in Ghostbusters 2. I've said this a million times. Omni Magazine ran a cover with her on and Ghostbusters garb with the proton pack a year after the
Yep.
movie came out, and I thought
Yeah,
that
they
was
did.
for Ghostbusters 2. That's the first time I wrote a movie script. Ghostbusters 2. Dana Barrett becomes Ghostbuster, and so to see female protagonists in Star Wars movies, first off, thank fucking God, because we know these movies are gonna make $1 billion, and no one can say, women who are protagonists can't fucking be in successful films. But two, Star Wars is a big universe, man. Not every, I mean, and shit, and they're part of teams. So let's just talk about the team aspect of this trailer, right? Because we're fucking digressing. First off, Donnie fucking Yen, man. Space samurai, right? Taking a
Exactly.
sword to a fucking stormtrooper.
Look, dude, all I gotta say is they're just like, hey, let's just take this straight out of Kurosawa. You know,
The
that's
best part of Blade 2. Remember that? Remember I brought you to my house to watch Blade 2, and you're like, I don't want to watch Blade 2. I'm like, you gotta fucking watch this movie. And I brought you over, and you watch it, and we're like, and Donnie Yen comes out with his giant fucking Kurosawa sword. And we're
yep.
like, man, I wish he had more to do. Looks like he's gonna have more to do, man. Like, Ah, Space Samurai. No lightsaber, just a sword against a stormtrooper. It's gonna be fucking
Yeah,
vibroblade
and
maybe,
he
right?
and he cuts him the fuck down too, man. He
Mm-hmm.
just phew.
Yeah, so we got Donnie Yen 2, Forrest fucking Whitaker, man. The the,
I
the, the
know
the only part of Alien 3 other than Sigourney Weaver I love is Forrest Whitaker, right? The guy who gives the
everybody
best
loves
speech. Oh, that
Forrest
wasn't
Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. That was fucking the guy from The Rock. My bad, guys. Rock Hudson. Whatever this fucking guy's name is. Anyhow, Forrest Whitaker, Ghost Dog, dude. Right? Oscar fucking nominee. How many often the last time we got an Oscar nominee fucking winning actor in Star Wars was Sam Jackson, and I think he's gonna have more to do than fucking just I don't think so, Dooku. You know? I mean, can someone please make a Mace Windu movie and let someone else other than George Lucas direct it, just so Sam Jackson can fucking do his thing? You know, like maybe he didn't die at the end of Revenge of the Sith. You know,
Yeah,
like
he would come back with cybernetic hands and be like, you know, I think.
they brought back fucking Darth Maul. You know, we
I
didn't
know.
really
Oh
see him
god, I know.
die, so
He
Mace
only
Windu
got
could
cut
still
in
be
half above
Mace
the
Windu. Well,
navel.
Mace Windu lost. Yeah, he only lost a hand, right?
Who? What? Mace? He
Didn't.
lost both his hands.
Oh, he
That's
lost
it.
both of his hands. Well, that dude, Mace with cyber hands. Come on, I watched that movie.
Yeah, I would.
But yeah, Forrest Whitaker's giving the badass speech. Fucking there's
What
that
would you
guy.
do?
I don't know his name, but the actor's Diego something or other. Like he's look like he's running with Jin up the hangar and shit. So he's got like the cool '70s stash going on there. The Leguizamo. It's got the Leguizamo going
It's
on.
Diego Luna. Is
Diego
actually
Luna,
what his
yeah,
name is.
yeah. That by the way, Rich, that hangar looks fantastic.
Oh, dude, which one?
Okay,
there's
right.
there's one on the
Let's start.
there's one on
Okay,
the
the
Death Star,
Yavin
dude.
hangar, like it's like what's so amazing right now is that the people that grew up watching Empire going, that is a beautiful film, are now applying lighting to Star Wars. Like, it's amazing to see shadows and hot spots and puffs of steam and smoke and grit. And there's a gonk droid back there walking around, all cheesy fucking gonk droid and shit.
I don't know if you have the YouTube or the trailer up, but I do on YouTube. And at 17 seconds, actually from I think it's 15 seconds to 17 seconds, there's a panning shot following Felicity Jones, who is the main character, uh, through the Masasi Temple, and it's like, holy God, dude! It's like, did they jump back to 1977?
Yeah,
It looks just like you're right there, just
yeah.
straight up in the temple. It looks like you're right there.
Yeah, I mean it's just amazing. And so okay, so the Yavin Temple looks badass. What about the now, Rich? There's a shot where you see a hooded figure with some Imperial Red Guards and a glowing tube. What do you think that is?
Oh,
Like,
dude, I don't have to think. I know exactly what that is. That is his Lord Vader.
you think Vader's wearing a hood in that scene?
Dude, totally.
Wouldn't that be cool to see Vader in a hood?
I really think it's Vader. I don't know. It's either Vader. I have to think like, okay, they took out the extended canon. Okay, so it can't just be some random character. You know, it could. Well, it could
Yeah, it's
just
not
be some
Star
random
Killer,
character.
you know,
It's not. I hope not. I
from the
mean,
game.
if it was, I would probably shit my pants.
Well, I think
Not
some
even.
people were discounting that as Vader because like Vader doesn't wear a hood. I'm like, well, what if he did in this movie? Like, we don't. He can wear it. People wear hoods in Star Wars like it's normal clothes. Fucking Uncle Owen's wearing a hood, guys. Like, like go where you watch Star Wars. Normal people wear hoods in Star Wars. This is part of the lore. But
Well,
that would be cool to see Vader in a fucking hood. Like, I would like to see that.
I am looking at the trailer, like I said, and that's at 118. If anybody just watched, well, I mean, if you want to take a look at it,
I'll
it's at
trust you.
118 in the trailer. And I don't know, it could be. He's a fairly large, imposing person. So, I mean, maybe it could be Vader's apprentice, and he's about to talk to Vader.
Ashoka? Ahsoka?
Mhm.
That is canon, unfortunately. So we gotta live
Yeah,
with
I
that.
know
Like,
Ahsoka.
I know we gotta live with all that
No,
nonsense.
because Ahsoka is would have the headpiece would be a lot larger.
Maybe it's Knight of Ren. Maybe it's Snoke.
Ooh, you know.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But that being said, that's a cool shot. The one that I really think, and you look at this, see if you can find it. It's the scene where they're running, I believe, in the Death Star, and Felicity and that black Ellen two Kevin Smith calls him two dicks. It's fucked up. Uh, Mr.
it's,
Two
it's
Dicks, like he
Alan
really,
Tudyk.
I know, but he really breaks the syllables up. It's Kevin Smith's words, not mine. Um, Mr. Two Dicks. But yeah, it's
That's because he works with them.
they're
Or he's worked with.
running, and it looks like they're running one way, and all these stormtroopers are running the other. But it looks to me like it almost looks like there's a service tram. It almost looks like and like there.
Okay.
I always wondered, did the Death Star have its own L train, like its own subway station? Because it had to
Okay.
get around, right?
So you're talking about the scene, and it is. Does it start with them running like away
Yeah. The
down?
first are running away, and then if you follow them, and if you look on the side, it looks like you're on the side of like a subway tram.
Okay, so basically, what it looks like is it's a it almost looks like an airport hallway with the little walkway and doors on the right side. They're running down this corridor, and across from them is stormtroopers. So
Because this is about them stealing the plans of the Death Star, right? So, like, wouldn't it be cool to see them on like an Imperial train in the Death Star, like how that shit was really laid out? You
well, I
know?
don't know. Looking at it the way it's edited, I don't think that the stormtroopers are across from them. I think they might be running away, and the way it's edited is they're being chased down.
Ah, gotcha.
I don't know. It could be, but they're running somewhere, obviously. And then the next scene after that, at 1:13, is Mr. Donnie Yen's fucking dude. He's just about to cut the stormtrooper down.
Space Samurai, man. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Um, More to the point, when we used to play the role playing game, one of the things I loved to do was remove Jedi from the equation. I was like, I don't want a Jedi. I just want dudes that have to deal with the Empire. You know that to be true. That's always been my favorite storyline, um, uh, central situation, because to me the Jedi are super powerful. So I like insurmountable odds, folks. I like people stuck somewhere and they got to fight their way out, like Alien 2, um, the third act of Terminator 1, where they're stuck in that pit with the fucking Terminator chasing them down. Assault on Precinct 13, Die Hard, those kinds of scenarios where you're stuck somewhere and you got to fight your way out. And so this seems to be getting. I mean, there's not going to be other than Vader. There can't be any other Jedi. So I just hope that this is that promise of just there's. You know what I mean? They got to.
I honestly think you're getting the one thing that you've always wanted, and that's a Jedi-less film. I don't think if by Jedi-less film you mean something that has nothing to do, not necessarily not a cameo from a Jedi or a Sith,
Right.
but nothing to do with Jedi, then this is definitely it. And I would like to point something out. In The Force Awakens, the X-wings are more of a Ralph McQuarrie design. They're actually taken right from a
Oh,
Ralph
we've talked
McQuarrie
about that.
design.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to watch the trailer again, go to about 19 seconds, and you get to look at an X-wing, and it's the original Incom X-45Bs.
On this trailer.
Uh-huh. It's
On the
not.
Rogue
It's
One
not the
trailer.
new ones. On the Rogue One trailer, it's not the new ones. It's the old style.
Rich knows his fucking Star Wars specifics, people, better than me. That's when we used to role play. That's why I had you run all the stats and specifics, and I would just generate stories because I'm like, I can't memorize this shit, man. I don't have the mind for it. Um, I will definitely check that out. That's cool. I would be great to see like some T16s too going on somewhere, or some of that other cool shit, dude, that we haven't had a chance to see. But uh, I think the other thing that what was the other thing that really stood out to me going back on it? The final shot of her in that like that tube that looks like the Bespin style tube. Where
Yep.
she's all in the fucking TIE fighter armor and
Yep.
shit. Just the lighting. I mean, for it's a minute, like 57-second teaser trailer, it does what a
That's at
teaser
a minute
trailer should.
29.
And oh, I want to say the thing at the end that I fucking lose my mind every time I hear it is they layer the Imperial theme and the Force theme in between one another.
It's actually not layered. It's played that way.
Yeah, it just I don't know. For some reason I didn't the way they play it, I never noticed it before. You
Well, no,
know,
I
like
mean, like they didn't like how some people layer music. They take one piece of soundtrack and lay it over another. That's what I'm splitting hairs. Basically, what you're talking about is the way that they played that last track. They, oh man, the cadence
slow
on
and
oh man, the cadence on it, playing the Star Wars theme over the Imperial March. Yeah, that was or Vader's theme. That was really really awesome. And that's kind of funny. That scene you were talking about with her standing in that tube, I guess it would be, is at 129 on the trailer, and she almost looks. I want to say sort of ninja samurai esque standing there.
yeah, she has like a cool samurai kind of feel. There's something behind
Yeah.
her, or
Well, it's like there's tubes on the backpack she's wearing. I don't know what the hell that is, but
well,
maybe it's like
I've long since felt that I've said before uh, that the Star Wars movies needed less Joseph Campbell and more Akira Kurosawa. After the prequels, and my God, we seem to be getting plenty of that now. Like,
oh god, yeah,
you
definitely,
you know, um,
definitely.
yeah, dude, I don't have any complaints. Some people were complaining that her line, "I rebel," is. I'm like, I think it's totally cool, man. I don't have a problem with the
It
dialogue.
fits.
Yeah,
Fits. It totally fits. One of my favorite scenes, and this is just me, is them actually lowering the dish for the Death Star in place.
and it
It's
looks
so
like a
fucking
wipe.
cool.
It looks like a classic Star Wars wipe. The way
Yeah.
the shadows going.
Yep.
They got the look of the Star Destroyers down, man. Like
Yeah, they do.
they don't look like they inserted a CG Star Destroyer into the footage. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I get goosebumps every time I fucking watch the thing, dude.
I
So,
know, I know. I'll say it, man. I like this teaser trailer more than the Force Awakens first teaser trailer.
yep, I really do.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so fucking awesome. Those are the same fucking X-wings, man.
Yeah.
There's another scene. It's a 101, dude. This is the X-wing sitting there. It's the same ones from the original trilogy. It's great. And there's the Gonk droid you were talking about.
I love me some Gong Dread, man. Like that's.
Dude, I'm serious, man. This Felicity Jones chick, she's fucking seriously hot. Like
Oh,
Jennifer Lawrence hot.
thank you, Rich.
So I don't
Thanks for putting that out there.
I don't care, dude.
Definitely not a feminist. Like,
Hey, look, all I gotta say is if Disney wants to keep it's the Disney princess effect.
well, I
It's
know
a
they were
Dis-
saying casting came down to like Rooney Mara was offered the role initially from the girl with the dragon tattoo, and I guess she turned it down
Yeah.
due to schedule
Oh yeah.
conflicts. So she would have been a great, addition. I mean, it's just really nice to see them going after people who apparently care. Like, like it just seems like everyone cares. Like the director seems to care. Whoever wrote the script seems to care. Uh,
Like Diego Luna is like virtually a nobody. I mean he's not nobody, but he's not really been in anything
I
like
like the use of
substantial.
shadows and lighting
Yeah.
and the key lights and the cross lighting. And there doesn't seem to be any talk about uh, asking the Senate what to do.
Oh, dude,
So
there's no Senate at all, man. It's just we're the rebellion. They're building a Death Star. We're gonna steal the plans. So we're rebelling. That's what this is all about. We're rebelling.
we have anything else you want to add? Any wish list for the next trailer? Or anything you want to add, Rich, before we wrap this up?
Dude, I hope they show more of the X-wings. I love the whole space aspect of things. So I really hope they show more of it.
I want to see
Uh,
Vader commanding a legion of stormtroopers.
that would be cool.
Like
It would be
actual,
cool.
like they remember that Dave Dorman piece of Vader. There's that Dave Dorman art where he painted where
Yeah.
Vader's like got all those stormtroopers he's leading them into battle against the
Yeah,
Rebel Alliance.
yeah, I would like to see that, and I would also like to see him. You know, what would be really cool, and I mean, this is a non. But the problem is that puts a Sith in the movie anyway. Now, that's the only conflict that I have is it puts a Sith in there.
Well, I think Vader should show up and people run because you can't fight that.
Yeah, that's true. It should show the inevitability. The
Yeah, I'm not saying
inevitability.
that Jedi list. I just don't want a Jedi story like Jedi fighting Jedi. It's like running from Vader, that I'm fine. Vader's like
Uh,
intergalactic Jason Voorhees, dude. Like you're not fucking getting away from that.
we got we got Jedi on Jedi action in the prequel. So,
yeah,
you know,
and the Force Awakens is just fine. So, but in this, I would like Vader to be minimal. But when he shows up, fuck, get run.
he
You know?
should fuck shit up. That's what should happen. If they're gonna have him in it at all, he should just come in like a fucking wrecking ball, for
And to
lack of.
have James Earl Jones's voice in the same film, in a Star Wars film with Forrest Whitaker, I'll fucking lose my mind, bro.
Oh
Like,
my god.
you know, like if you haven't seen Ghost Dog, it's one of those. Forrest Whitaker's in that movie Ghost Dog, dude. You know, it's a slower film, but it's
I've
fucking
seen it.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
No,
You know,
I like Forrest Whitaker. I just
yeah.
in the trailer I don't really know because honestly, dude, he almost has this Yoda countenance. You know, that's the thing with Forrest Whitaker, and that's what I like about him being in the movie itself, is he brings that level. Like think
He'll bring
about
that
like
Liam Neeson quality. You know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that wisdom. There's a wisdom in Forrest Whitaker anyway. So he's like, you know, it's almost like I can hear when if you watch the trailer again, and I'm sure you will eventually, just listen to it. It's almost Yoda like him asking her, you know, what will she do when she gets captured? Will you continue to fight? Will you fight? Will you keep fighting? And then it's almost like, you know, like Yoda sitting there going, will you continue to fight?
Yeah, when he
Yes.
says it in normal sentences and shit.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah. When
by
he
the way, dude, Yoda used to say normal shit, and then he would only use the Yodaisms when he had like an actual like Force teaching. And I don't know how that devolved into Yoda saying everything backwards, like fortune cookie and shit. But uh,
because that's
when
how he started out in Empire Strikes Back, and then they went back and reversed it in the prequel and fucked it all up.
right, but when you can't get Morgan Freeman, you get yourself some Forrest Whitaker, right? Like, it's an acceptable substitute.
I think Morgan Freeman is a little too high profile, honestly.
Wouldn't it be great if Morgan Freeman did the mocap on Grand Admiral Thrawn, and then you had Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones arguing, like, or just to have a room where you know that dude's Morgan Freeman and that dude's fucking James Earl Jones, and then you have Ian McDermott voicing the Emperor. Because I mean, suffice what I'll say about the prequels, I still like Ian McDermott. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's fucking cool. He's a good dude. So we all love it, right? 5 out of 5 stars, Rich.
Oh, I totally give it. If I
Stylus
can give,
up. Stylus
yeah, my stylus is up, sir.
up. Sabers up. 2 sabers up.
I give that 5 sabers up, sir. Definitely. I definitely give that 5 sabers up because it's an excellent video and it showcases what Disney is going to premiere for us in the new
You
Star Wars
asshole.
universe.
You dick. I gotta have you do a review as Eeks the Cat one day. I will get that from you. Like, oh
You
man.
sucked up and down, Mitchell.
Yeah, oh, people don't even know what you're quoting. The
I know,
Bloom
but you
County
do. So.
Outland cartoon. Yeah, an albatross. Like his butt froze. So we're just devolving into weird, vague cartoon references now. All right, Rich. I love this
It's been
trailer.
interesting.
I'm gonna watch it a
Just
billion fucking more times. I'm going to.
probably.
Do you watch Jedi Cancel?
What the fuck is that?
Okay, if you don't watch Jedi Council once a week, there's a show, Collider, on YouTube. They do a Star Wars only show, Jedi Council. It's the only Star Wars I watch, Star Wars related show. You'll like them. They're good dudes. Um, I'll be following up all my little Star Wars info there. Can't wait to hear them talk about it. You should check it out, Rich. You probably like it. Or maybe you hate it,
Cool.
but they do a good job.
Send me a link.
I will send you a link. I will send it in the chabas. You know, like, oh, how would it be great if they got Schwarzenegger in a Star Wars movie? Like,
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if they just went like, you know, hey, we're gonna cast
get
Darth
to the
Vader as.
AT-ATs.
Look at that now!
You get on your little
Now!
speeder bike and
You,
you fly across the.
you what do you think this is? A double moons of Endor? Get the hell out of here!
Give me your clothes, your boots, and your lightsabers.
I want your Ewoks for making of love.
Okay, Rich. Why you always gotta go? You gotta go there. Anyhow, you will definitely be back. We gotta do some commentary video sometime. I think that
You only don't want to go there because you're like totally hate Jedi.
I gotta be honest, man. I'm almost afraid to like this too much. You know, I don't want to be let down.
Yeah, that's the big thing. With Force Awakens, what I did was I distanced myself more. Like with the prequel, remember how we just ate everything up and we just soaked up every bit of information?
Religion, it was
I
to us.
I didn't do that with the Force Awakens, and now I'm doing that to get ready for the next film, so I know what I've got going into Episode 8. But I didn't do that with the first film, and I'm not getting too close to the film. I'm just approaching it as it's a Star Wars film, and I want to enjoy it. This I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just enjoy it. But I'm really excited about it because right now I actually might do that whole the Moff Tarkin stuff as my desktop, dude. But I don't know. I think she has a droid companion. It's like
Mr.
a
Two
model.
Dicks, like
No,
poor Adam, poor guy, dude. Kevin Smith.
Mr. Two Dicks.
Kevin had him and Nathan Fillion on, and he called him that to his face. It's hilarious. Kevin Smith's got a great YouTube channel. You should check it out. But Rich, you will be on again. We'll talk more Star Wars soon. I've got to do some more. So big thumbs up on this, folks. Can't talk enough about it. Really, I'd be here for another several hours, but I have stuff to draw, so I have to move on. Thanks for joining me.
And I have video games to play.
Rich has video games to play. As always, folks, SketchCraft is recorded for the live internet audience and supported by viewers like you. Please subscribe to the channel, share the videos, give us your comments, leave them below. Tell me what you thought. If you love it, hate it, I take all sorts of feedback. I don't care. And we will see you again very soon on the next SketchCraft Live. Later.
You can find me at upskirtwonderwoman.com.
Okay. That's enough.
It's an adventure. What are you talking about? We're not recording still.
Yeah,
You didn't
we're recording.
Oh. Great. I figured you'd stop recording already.
I play out.
Oh. But they can't hear me.
They can hear you.
That's not good.